Thanks, Eric. Yeah, good evening, everybody. Happy Kids Day. Was a very tough game, very tough first half for us, and we had to weather a couple of storms, and we kind of knew exactly what they were going to offer us, and played exactly according to that. But I don't think we dealt very well with it in the first half. So we just corrected a few things in the second half, and showed a little bit of film of how we can mitigate some of the damage and limit it. But I think the goal that we scored in the first half just sort of calmed everything down in a very choppy, scrappy game, and and I think we could show in the second half, with the type of quality that we can create, and the type of movements, the type of depth that we have in the roster, that everyone that comes in can create an impact, and that was fun to watch.
Bradley, when Danley scores a goal for the second week in a row, and a well taken one like that, is that for you a bonus to the system given his tactics and position, or is that part of?
I think compactness is probably a word, right? And I think in the first half we weren't as compact as we needed to be, and Bueno comes in the squad, and we're trying to get him back. He had the grade 1 hamstring, so working his way back and limiting his minutes and trying to push him as much as we could. And I thought in the first half there was too much space between those lines, and that's one of the things we corrected in the first half. But then the tighter we are, the closer we are, the more compact we are, we can create mistakes and force turnovers and transitions, and then our 6s, 10s, they get rewarded. So that's probably the big adjustment.
Does he have the green light from you to shoot in moments like that?
Yeah, I mean, part of the philosophy, we want to finish with final plays, right? If that's one more pass to the next guy who's got a better position, or if it's brave and sees a gap and from the top of the box to let loose, why not? I think we've been rewarded in many ways with the flexibility we have and the freedom that we have in the front line.
Talk about the first half. There were a few chances where they were able to break through. One was a miss, one was kind of went on Andre. Is that a part of the more open instead of being more compact?
Yeah, pretty much. I think we're a little bit disconnected, and we didn't read the triggers as well as we would have liked to have. I think, they kind of reversed the tactic. We were trying to press on their passes, but they started triggering on our passes, and that gave away like errant passes from us, and unfortunately had transitions coming the other way. Then we don't shift quick enough on the back line. We're a little bit too expansive for our style of play, and if we're not doing all the details simultaneously, then you can give up chances, and DC have shown in the last 2 games that can be very dangerous.
What did you make of Bueno's performance today?
Good. I mean, he showed things up a little bit. He gives us a few different pictures, what Danley or Lukic gives us. I think it's good to get him minutes. I know we have a big month coming up ahead, and it was awesome. And that's why we gave a couple more guys a couple more runs just to get them minutes and get them exposed to this type of level. And keeping a clean sheet is probably the icing on the cake and the cherry on top as well. 5 clean sheets in 10. Really happy with the squad's performance.
So, Bradley, how's it feel to have back-to-back performances for shutouts at home, especially defending the home field?
Yeah, it's massive, right? We want to win our home games and get points on the road, and I think that's the key to success and key to make a good start, an excellent start in the season. And I think we're on the right track. I think there's still things that we showed in the first half we can do better. It's by no means a polished final product, and we're working every day at it. But even it takes me back to New York City in a bad, not a great performance. We lose the game, but I felt we could have walked away with a tie. So as long as there's no kind of I would say moments in the game that we give up ourselves or we haven't been outplayed, I would say, you know what I mean? So we've always remained competitive in each of the opponents that we've faced, and we've had to ride some storms and battle some some duels and battles and what have you, but at the end the team's functioning as a group.
Michael's role in the group's functioning, having assists 2 weeks in a row, getting in the position today to be on the line to sort of receive that free kick. How do you assess his overall contributions? Obviously, he hasn't scored in a while, but he really is doing a lot of other things right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, and that's the thing, right? When strikers don't get rewarded for their goals, but I'm happy he's getting in and amongst the things and creating final plays and being in moments to keep plays alive. And I described it. I had a meeting with the strikers this week, and I think I said it in the press conference. Like the sprinters. When one gets a little tired and the other one goes to the back, or in the slipstream of a Formula One car, right? And teammates help each other along the way. And I think we've shown, and especially, I think Chris Donovan does a great job as well, coming on in the game and plays exactly how we like him to play, and makes himself a nuisance and a menace for the defenders again. So, you could see automatically we take another stranglehold on the game, and things are a little bit more controlled against a line that maybe, an opposition line that's maybe a bit tired and fatiguing. So I think we just have another wave of energy coming off the bench, whoever's starting and whoever's on the bench.
Carnell, question for you. You mentioned earlier about how Washington was coming at you guys, coming off the rush, making some plays, getting some good scoring opportunities, but you guys made a halftime adjustment. What was the message to the team?
Well, the thing is not to play into their hands. When we said we're playing against a team who believes in similar values, similar style to what we are trying to do, and we were given that false sense of security to play sideways and square passes and actually invite them on triggers. And that was the big adjustment we made at halftime.
All right, thanks, Bradley.
Thank you. Thanks very much.